First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today.
Well, it's certainly been an interesting year. And like many of us, maybe you've been drinking more than usual and want to take a break. With Dry Feb, you can.
Why not challenge yourself to go dry in February to help raise funds for the Canadian Cancer Society?
Sign up for Dry Feb, and not only will you be helping people affected by cancer,
you can also reduce your risk of cancer.
Go as dry as you're willing to try this February. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Have you been drinking more than usual?
Why not go dry this February? With Dry Feb, you'll
help people affected by cancer.
And you can also reduce your own risk.
Go as dry as you're willing to try. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page.
Good morning and welcome
morning.
to First Local. It is Thursday, March the 10th.
Yeah.
Craig is back.
I am. I didn't sleep in today.
Okay.
So,
Well, I was going to
everything's
tell
normal.
them what happened.
well, it happens, right?
I don't sleep in, but okay.
I never have a problem sleeping. And for some
Okay.
reason, I had a problem sleeping the other night.
Yeah.
Then next thing I know, it's 7:30 in the morning. Oh, geez, I'm not going to make it to the show. So here we
Well,
go.
sleep
I just work
deprivation
from
is a
home.
form of torture. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, it is actually. So what's going on?
Well, you know, gas prices, we've talked about that ad nauseum, and they are nauseating. It's disgusting. It's, you know, I was just sharing with Craig my concerns as to how long I can afford to continue to come to work.
We're all going to have to work from home, do the show from Zoom or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And to make things worse, we're supposed to be going up again today by at least 5 cents. So you may want to go save yourself 5 cents a liter by getting out there right now because it is going up,
Well,
at least.
okay. You know, and I really thought you were going to touch on the fact that, of course, Tim Hortons has also increased their prices. So fantastic. Good news all around. I want to encourage everybody who, you know, patronizes consumers to please continue to increase your prices because, hey, I mean,
We can
really,
afford it.
it's like a reverse limbo. How high can you go? So, yeah, no, come on.
And
hurt
everything's
me.
going up,
I'm
really,
waiting.
not just Tim Hortons.
No.
Everything is going up.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's the world we live in, and unfortunately, the world we live in right now is somewhat in a war,
Yep.
and it's getting real nasty.
Yes.
Yesterday, what happened yesterday? They bombed a maternity hospital.
They did bomb. Now, before we show the footage, some of these images
Kind of graphic.
are, well, yeah, I mean, they are disturbing. So if you need to go fill your cup now, please do so.
There we go.
Okay. So there we go.
So, I don't know how they, like, can't you leave the hospitals alone? Like, I know they,
Well,
what they're saying is
yeah.
they didn't know it was a hospital.
That's what I've got here.
Hey,
Yeah.
use Google Maps, guys.
The Russian foreign minister said Thursday, without giving evidence to support the statement, they believe that the building was occupied by Ukrainian militia. Yeah, contained Ukrainian militants. All right.
The militia, and they're all babies.
So far, we know that 3 people, including 1 child, were killed and 17 people were injured. And yes,
Too bad. It's terrible.
although talks continue, there is still, from what I understand, no progress has been made with regards to a ceasefire.
No.
So, yeah.
So the war continues. It's getting pretty nasty. What else is going on?
Well,
Hey, we have some good news as far as the mask mandate, right?
yes.
They finally made the announcement.
Yes, March
And
21st.
March 21st, we can lose our masks.
You know, I still maintain that there'll probably be a number of people who will continue to wear them.
Oh, yeah.
I think, you know, the hit to the collective mental health has been such that people really feel safer behind a mask, despite the fact that without safety goggles, it can still enter in through your eyes. But, you know, everybody, as always, I empower you to do the best thing that is best for you, the best thing that is best.
We do have a clip from yesterday.
Yeah.
Dr. Karen Moore announcing it and what it actually means. So let's play that clip now.
Tuesday, March 1st, I revoked the instructions for mandatory COVID-19 vaccination policies for the Ontario Public Service and for post-secondary institutions. A process is now underway to gradually revoke all directives and instructions by the end of April, with a focus on moving away from emergency measures to ongoing operations, moving away from reliance on provincial emergency direction through mandatory requirements, providing consistent guidance both across and within sectors, and ensuring support for the most vulnerable are removed last, and lifting of measures in a coordinated fashion.
There you go.
There you go.
And further to that, we have a little more.
Well, yeah, Ontario has actually laid out plans to lift the remaining COVID-19 public health measures, including, as we know, the mandatory masks, as well as workplace vaccination policies by the end of April. So here is, in a nutshell, what they propose. So, quote, so this is going to go back a little bit. So March 9th then, so that would have been yesterday, close contacts of people with confirmed COVID-19 infections or symptoms no longer need to isolate. if the person lives outside their household. It's still recommended that, again, the masks be worn outside their home from 10 days and that they avoid high-risk settings. Those with household members who are COVID-19 positive or who have symptoms do not need to isolate if they are 18 years and older and have received a booster dose, or if they are 18 and under with 2 vaccine doses or had an infection in the past 90 days. March 14th, vaccination policies will no longer be required in hospitals, long-term care homes, schools, and child care settings. That means that vaccination won't be mandatory for long-term care workers at that point, and employers in other sectors will no longer have to require that workers get vaccinated or regularly tested for the virus. I wonder what that means for the people who've already, lost their jobs. That's, there it is. What happens to those people? Anyway, province says it will keep providing rapid antigen virus tests, and employers can keep their own vaccination policies so that, defraying of responsibility, yeah. All right, March 21st, mask mandates will end in most places, including schools and child care settings. Masks will be required in long-term care homes, retirement homes, healthcare settings, jails, shelters, congregate living settings, and on public transit. Pandemic measures like cohorting and on-site symptom screening will end in the schools. Businesses will not be subject to regulatory requirements like COVID-19 safety plans and screening. The province says it will still send rapid tests and personal protective equipment to the schools and businesses, as well as ventilation and absence reporting will remain in place in the schools. Rounding it out, March 28th, the Reopening Ontario Act will expire, meaning Premier Doug Ford can't use that legislation anymore to issue new pandemic management orders. Remaining orders under the Act will last for another month, but after that, the province cannot renew again. And then April 27th, essentially at that point, all public health measures against COVID-19 will end. Masks will no longer be required in long-term care homes, retirement homes, health care settings, jails, shelters, congregate living settings, or on public transit. Directives from Kieran Moore, the Chief Medical Officer of Health, will expire. Those expiring orders include the requirement that healthcare workers wear fit-tested N95 masks and other personal protective equipment when working with COVID-19 patients, that hospitals and long-term care homes provide those masks, and that hospitals accommodate patient transfers and resource sharing. Also expiring are orders laying out requirements for long-term care homes around screening, outbreak preparedness, personal protective equipment and physical distancing, and high-quality mask requirements for paramedic. So there you go, a whole bunch of stuff set to happen. Remaining orders under the Reopening Ontario Act, mostly involving the redeployment of health workers, will expire. That means people can no longer be fined for violating those orders. Okay. Now let's get to the local stuff. So yesterday around 5:30, emergency services were dispatched to the central part of the city for a collision. Upon arrival, they did find 2 vehicles that had come to rest in the southwest snowbank on Pym Street at the intersection of McDonald Avenue. There appeared to be no significant injuries on the scene, although paramedics could be seen assessing individuals involved in the incident. Sault Police Services, the officers had the eastbound lane of McDonald Avenue shut down while they investigated the collision. Both vehicles did suffer serious damage. Okay. So people still, where is Scott Macron when we need him? People still out there driving around, crashing into each other. Come on, hold the line, relax, everybody slow down. Minute 30 till Craig. All right, well, so I don't need to tell you that there are a few potholes here and there in the city. We actually put out a request on one of our social media platforms Tuesday afternoon asking some Sault Ste. Marie residents to let us know where the worst potholes in the city could be found. Within 24 hours, we had over 300 responses with locations ranging from Trunk Road to Wallace Terrace, Second Line, McDonald Avenue, and Albert Street as areas in which to be very careful. So trying to put together, obviously we can't list all of the areas that have been identified, but suffice it to say one respondent just put Sault Ste. Marie. So significant problem, obviously, living here in the north, with causal factors having to do with, the freeze and the thaw and the freeze and the thaw. And somewhere within that cycle, drivers come along and end up, catching the asphalt and making a hole. So some citizens, have experienced significant damage already. One person says, my daughter blew out her brand new winter tire. Brand new winter tire in a huge pothole on Queen Street near the Pine Street area. Another citizen stated that he suffered damage from a pothole near Second Line by Farwell Terrace. We did reach out to the city, and we have been provided with some phone numbers. Now, the first phone number you need to be aware of is 705-759-5201. You use this number then to report bad road conditions, snowbanks that are obscuring your view, which is pretty much everywhere, a need for salting, significant potholes, etc. The second number then provided is just telling you to contact the city, the department in charge of damages caused by potholes. So we did, of course, reach out to the city to seek clarification on what, if anything, a citizen can do if their vehicle is damaged by a pothole. Tessa Vecchio, who is the manager of communications, did confirm that there is a process that you can pursue when in this situation. What she did say in a quote is that when a claim is received, the legal department gathers all relevant data from the appropriate departments and then refers the matter to an independent insurance adjuster. This is done to ensure that an impartial review of the circumstances and to provide a fair resolution of the claim. If the city is deemed to be responsible for the claim damages as per the independent review, the most we would pay is the current value of the damaged property, stated Vecchio. So she did also go on to say that in any damage claim, we suggest people go to their own insurance provider since their insurance policy may provide coverage for the damage. It might be a quicker method of having repairs performed or being reimbursed for the costs. They may be eligible for greater compensation than they can legally recover from the city, and the insurance company will pursue any party they believe to be responsible for the damages. So correspondingly, we have posted this to our website, all sorts of relevant hyperlinks. Tessa did remind us that the city is presently dealing with the snow conditions. As the temperatures warm, they will be using a cold mix to begin addressing the potholes in the interim. Public Works does continue to fill the potholes as weather conditions permit. Speaking of that's like the most organic segue ever. Speaking of weather conditions, Craig, why don't you tell us what's going on today?
Well done there, Heidi. Well, today we have a little bit of winter still left. We are seeing the winds shift from the southwest to the northwest, and that's pushing some cloud towards the Sault. Also maybe a little bit of lake enhancement that we have to worry about. But this is a beautiful shot of the St. Mary's River. We have sun to the east. We have some cloud to the west. Those clouds are going to kind of hug the shoreline most of the day today and move inland, so kind of blocking the sun. But it's not a bad day, but we are on a somewhat cooler air mass right now. Let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast. Minus 13 right now. We have a little bit of sun. The wind is going to be starting to pick up and also shifting towards the northwest, and that could give us a little bit of lake enhancement snow showers. Nothing that's going to accumulate, though that could happen tomorrow because the forecast is calling for some a few hours of snow squalls developing tomorrow. But for this evening, a little on the cold side, minus 10 for your evening, but we are going to see some clear skies, minus 17 for your overnight low, so still on the cold side. We have some major improvement, though, coming for our temperatures next week and for this weekend, and I'll give you those details coming up.
I don't want it to be cold anymore. Done with the cold. You keep dangling warm temperatures like a carrot in front of us, and we just keep kind of reaching for it. It's like George Costanza trying to hit the canopy. Anyway, we're going to go into the world of our sponsors now to take a break. Mike is telling me in my ear that we're way over. We're way over, like we're not over every day. Anyway, go fill your cup. Listen to the words of Superior Adult Learning. Go and do your part. Become a volunteer tutor. Become a volunteer board member. Help this worthy agency support adult learners in reaching their goals. fill your cup and come on back. We're going to talk about the new vice president at Algoma U. We've got the COVID numbers. We've got a lot of stuff still to talk about, some cool factoids and social media.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Welcome back. As promised, we will talk very briefly about, I've already forgotten the order you gave me, Mike, so I'm going, what's that? Oh, we're going to do that first? Okay, good. Well, not good. So we'll talk about some COVID numbers. On Wednesday afternoon, Algoma Public Health did report 50 new cases of COVID-19 and unfortunately has confirmed the region's 38th death as a result of the illness. The active case count did see a slight increase of 6, bringing the total to 398, with one of those individuals identified as somebody being from outside of the district. At this time, no updated data on local hospitalization has been provided. This update, of course, being brought to us by 319 tests having been administered. With regards to the individual who has passed, of course, out of respect for the affected family, Algoma Public Health is not providing any further details in this moment. Of the new cases reported, 41 were found to be in Sault Ste. Marie area, 6 were confirmed in Central and East Algoma, 3 were reported to be in Elliott Lake area, and 2 cases were found in North Algoma. Provincially speaking, Ontario, of course, lifting the mask mandate. The province did report 751 people in hospital on Wednesday, with 241 people in intensive care. This shows a decrease of 28 hospitalizations and a decrease of 5 in intensive care since the previous day. Last Wednesday, for comparison purposes, there were 847 hospitalizations, with 273 of those being in hospital. The province recently began distinguishing between those who were admitted directly because of COVID and those who came to the hospital for other reasons, but then subsequent to that did test positive for the virus. Of the 751 people in hospital, 46% of them were admitted because of the virus, 54 were admitted for other reasons, and then tested positive after the fact. So there you have it. That's the update. Now, the Hounds were in a precarious situation, facing a game that they had to win in order to continue an effective push towards their goal of first in the West. And I have Jacob here in the studio with us to tell us how they did.
Well, Heidi, the Greyhounds did extremely well. You know how we're always talking about they need to start on time? How about scoring 8 seconds into the game, which is a Greyhound record for quickest goal scored to start a period. So Ty Krejci scored the first goal 8 seconds into the first period, and the Greyhounds were just able to push right through, winning that game 6-2. Some of the other big keys with that: they won the shot battle, out shooting them 40-21. They won the face-off battle as they won 43 face-offs, while the Sudbury Wolves only won 34. With this win, the Hounds now move to 3rd in the West. Now they jump over Windsor, which is great. And like you said, Heidi, this was a must-win game. They now finish the road trip 1-1-1, which isn't too bad at all. So overall for the Greyhounds, they got to be happy that they got the job done there. And also to big shout out to Ty Krejci for breaking a Greyhounds record for fastest goal to ever start a game. Like 8 seconds in, that's actually just kind of nuts.
Boom.
Like we talk about starting on time, right? And that's the exact way to do it. But great job for the Hounds. They still have a lot more work to do, but they just made it a little bit easier to try to get first in the West, and we're going to keep watching that.
Well, yes, we are. Wow, great.
Wowzers.
So, fantastic. So now I want to, more local news. Algoma University is pleased to announce that following an extensive national executive search process led by KBRS, Dr. Michelle Piercy-Normore will be joining the Algoma University community as Vice President Academic and Research commencing May 1st. Dr. Piercy-Normore brings with her more than 20 years of research and teaching experience within the professional ranks and 12 years of progressive administrative experience at 2 multi-campus universities, including the roles of Associate Dean and Associate Head with the University of Manitoba, followed by Dean of the School of Science and Environment, Grenfell Campus Memorial University. So the management obviously are pleased with this announcement. Dr. Piercy-Normore offers an impressive research record. She completed her PhD at Memorial, and the list of accolades and accomplishments and academic excellence is just mind-boggling. So certainly she is very excited and looking forward to joining the team and being a part of their ongoing evolution. Please do go check out this article because she's a very impressive individual. Certainly I wish her congratulations on behalf of the team and a very successful career with the team at Algoma. All right. Say again, Mike. Craig is ready. Okay. Why is it whenever I kind of lose my, it's always Craig. Okay. Craig's got some 12-hour information for us now. So Craig, let us have it. 3 days.
We have a little bit of winter left in our forecast, but there is some major improvement coming for next week, and I'll get to that in just a bit. But right now, for today, we do have a little bit of lake effect activity affecting the forecast for today, mainly on the eastern shores of Lake Superior. They are kind of moving south, so we could see a little bit of flurry activity for today. For the most part, though, we're going to stay mainly cloudy conditions and on a little bit of on the cool side. We don't have to worry about this mess coming. This is all heading towards the east coast, and joining up with this moisture, going to give them a pretty nasty winter storm on the east coast. We don't have anything to worry about, except for maybe a threat of lake effect snow squalls tomorrow. I'll get into that. Let's take a look now at the satellite. Right now you can see this flow is coming, so it's not a direct northerly flow, it's more of a westerly flow, so it's kind of moderating our temperatures a little bit, but it's also giving us that risk of lake enhanced snow showers for today. This is what we look like as far as temperatures go. Not bad, still a little bit off the mark though, -5. We should be at around -1 at this time of year. -11 in Wawa, they're on the cold side today, -8 in Timmins. So it's still a little cold, but those temperatures are going to rebound starting this weekend. This is what we look like on the radar. You can see this is a 12-hour loop, and the last bit of the loop, you can see it just kind of coming close to the Sioux, giving us a little bit of flurry activity. We don't expect any major accumulation from these lake effect snow showers, but they are going to be around. This is what we look like for the next 3 days. Going to see a little bit of wind today, mainly from the west, as I pointed out, and that's why we're seeing those lake enhanced showers. -7 though for your high, -3 tomorrow. Again, we have another risk of lake effect snow squalls for tomorrow. We could pick up 2 to 4 centimeters late Friday afternoon. Then we clear out. Saturday's looking pretty nice. Nice blob of sun there. -7 though, still on the cold side. And then on Sunday we start building our temperatures up to where they should be. And then next week it's looking really nice. I'll give you those details coming up. Heidi?
So obviously that was a little bit more than 12 hours. That was the 3-day, which was lovingly whispered into my ear after I made the error. Thanks, Mike, for catching it on the flip side. Perfect. Well done. Okay. You know what? We did talk to you about a new exhibit that was launched late last week at the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Museum, having to do with what it takes to be a Guinness Book of World Records record holder. So that did open on Friday, and management at the Bush Plain are crediting this new time-limited exhibit for a spike in traffic over the weekend. Robert Downs, who's the merchandise and customer care manager for the museum, did say we saw an increase in people coming to the museum and interacting with everything we have to offer here. We were happy to see so many people come down and take part. So we did actually reach out to Downs initially to clarify their stance on COVID-19 protocols at the museum, because we'd received a complaint that they weren't allowing individuals with mask exemptions to enter the facility. The complainant did tell our reporter that she contacted the museum by phone months ago and was told that she and her children would not be allowed to enter. Downs told us that he was unaware of anyone not being allowed to access the museum as a result of masks at any point, and that they wouldn't be discriminating in that way. He said if they have a legitimate medical exemption, they are always welcome at the museum. We have thousands of square feet of space, and certainly if you've ever been there, it's huge. If someone is uncomfortable with another individual not wearing a mask, we just advise them to keep a significant distance away from them. He noted that discriminating in any way outside of following provincial mandates that they have to in order to remain open makes no sense. He said, we're a not-for-profit organization, so preventing anyone from coming inside won't be doing us any favors. We rely on people coming to stay in order for us to stay open. We want to share the history of this place and the exhibits inside with as many people as possible. So if you don't know, the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre is open Tuesday through Sundays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you haven't already gone and checked it out, you should do it. It's pretty snazzy. All right, we have some shows coming to town. Yeah, definitely some shows. I talked to you about the Celtic magic that's coming, so I'm pretty excited about that. But as well, we just have announced, let's see here, we've got Pigs, which is an absolute must-see for any Pink Floyd band. Pigs are well known for their authentic rendition of classic Pink Floyd songs, both new and old. So this is their Coming Back to Life tour. They are bringing back the feel-good classics to fans across Canada to highlight the best of the band's incredible discography and celebrate the return of live music, so fans can expect flawless performances of the songs from The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, and Animals, along with other classic favorites and rarities from metal to the Division Bell and beyond. Okay, so Pigs then. This is posted. There's a lot of information about them. They will be playing at the Sault Community Theatre Centre at 1007 Trunk Road, and this will take place, tell me I don't have the date, here we go, Tuesday, April the 26th. So tickets are on sale now, all ages. Ticket price $47.50. You can get them at the Station Mall box office, by phone at 945-7299, or online at suectc.ca. Okay, now from music over to comedy, we've got Russell Peters. After 4 years away, Russell Peters returns to his home and native land with his Act Your Age World Tour. So he did sell the show out in Chicago, New York, DC, Cairo, Amman, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai. Russell is bringing his act back to Canada and shows from Victoria to St. John, ending at Toronto Scotiabank Arena. So, you know, a very celebrated comedian. He will be playing the Sault July 6th at the GFL Memorial Garden. Okay, sorry, Mike. Okay, we're going to a break. There we go. You're going to hear about Jeep the Mac. Pay attention. If you got a Jeep, or if you just really, really like them, this is the event for you. So still time to register all the way up until May 2nd. The event will happen very early in May. So do take a look, fill your cup, and come on back for social media and factoids.
École publique Écoute des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Écoute des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Good morning, welcome back. So I did dutifully load 2 factoids, but we really only have time for one because once again, we're way over. So I'm going to talk to you about March 10th in 1977 at 7 a.m. on a trestle table set up outside Buckingham Palace, London, the Sex Pistols signed to A&M Records. The real signing had taken place the day before. An after party was held at the offices of A&M Records following the signing, where the group set about wreaking unforeseen havoc on the posh offices of A&M Records following the signing, where the group Sid Vicious smashing a toilet, cutting his foot, trailing blood everywhere he went, while Johnny Rotten cursed and threatened an upscale executive, every upscale executive in sight. Guitarist Steve Jones getting it on with an unnamed fan in the restrooms. The contract lasted for 6 days.
That long, eh? Okay, I guess it's time for social media. We
All right,
get going
social
here.
media. Oh gosh, you guys put so much pressure
I
on me.
know.
God. All right, I am not a piece of meat. Steve Childs, good baby Friday, he says. Good baby Friday, all. I wish you a great rest of the week and a great weekend with the sun and the Traxalan and rocking the horns. Yes. Good baby Friday to you, Steve. Thank you for being such a strong supporter. Kathy Boren says, good morning. I've been so lucky lately. Every package of ramen noodles I've opened, I've won a wee foil packet of Cracker Jacks, eh? Have a great day, everyone. Isn't that that's the flavoring, isn't it?
I think that's the flavoring.
She's making a joke. You're funny, Kathy. Come on. Jim Whitty, good Thursday morning. Good Thursday morning to you, Jim. Margaret McKegg says, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning.
Tony Mancuso, happy baby Friday. Hope you all have a great day. I hope you have a great day as well, Tony. Inika, good morning, everyone. Happy baby Friday. Yes, yes. Good morning, Inika. Nicole Rahman Winchester, good morning, Sue Online. Good morning to you, Nicole. Thank you for watching. Ooh, new viewer.
Uh-oh.
Diane Denny.
Good.
Do you know Diane? No? Okay.
Don't think so.
Wow. Thank you for watching, Diane. Thank you for commenting. She says, lovely morning to all. Yes. Terry Matthews, good morning, Heidi and Craig. Good morning to you, Terry. Corey Erb, gas prices are supposed to go down tomorrow. There.
Well,
so
yeah, some people are saying that. Some
okay.
are saying they're going up. So
they're just going to bring them down so they can go up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Tracy Fay, morning all. Today I call Thankful Thursday. Thankful to be living in a mostly peaceful country. Let's count our blessings. Strong words, well said, yes. Joseph Bertrand, good morning everyone. Have a wonderful day. You as well, Joseph, solving problems as you are. Kathy Boren, bumper cars, not even the fun kind. No.
No.
No, not the fun
Pretty
kind.
slippery out there too, like on the sidewalks and whatnot.
Everybody needs
Be careful
to
out
slow
there.
down.
Well, just
Slow
even
down.
walking, it's slippery.
Well,
so.
yes, then there's that. So, Michael Robinson, whom I know as Rob Robinson, we did sort that out. Morning, Heidi. Who do I call when my road ends up my car in my driveway? When the road ends up my car, so like blocking you in, I'm thinking, right?
Or maybe the city left something in your driveway?
I would say call the city. You know, you can speak to an operator and they can direct your call. So Jim Whitty, the secret to avoiding potholes, watch the person in front of you at a safe distance. If they hit a hole, you know what to do. I do watch. You see somebody go around, and then you look in the rearview mirror, you see people following you doing the same thing. Tony Mancuso, I don't understand why there's such a big movement to go back to the moon. If they want to experience craters, then drive the streets in Northern Ontario. Okay, well, there you go. That's funny, yes. We've got Sharisa Olive, a new viewer, tagging somebody else. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you. Heidi Comment, also a new viewer. Maybe Hedy, because it's missing the I that I have. So H-E-D-I. Hedy Comment. Are you Anna's son? So she's speaking to Rob, Michael Robinson. Are you Anna's son from Party? Please contact me on Facebook. Roland Pauli, good morning to you. Have a fantastic day.
You too.
Can we just look at Craig for a minute? I have to get my allergy spray. Can't now.
Because
Great.
you can't go to the shot.
I'm really sorry, you guys. My allergies are at an all-time high. All right. Roland Pauli, good morning to you. Have a fantastic day. Debbie Doucette, happy Thursday. Have a wonderful day. Love your hair, Heidi. Aw, thank you.
It is nice.
Thank you, yes.
Hi,
But
Debbie.
sleek today. Okay, Michael, so Rob Robinson, no, sorry, my mother is Brenda Roy, okay. Judy O'Neill, good morning. Hope you all have an amazing day. By the way, Heidi, your hair looks awesome. Hey,
That's
yay, thank you. Wow, good. If I needed that validation, there it is. Good morning, happy baby Friday. This from Bradley. Good morning, Bradley. I hope you have a great day at work. Rob, correcting himself, on my car. The road work in front of my house gets splashed onto the roof, windshield, and hood of my car. Who are you going to call? Let us know. I'm not really sure. I can't speak intelligently about all the departments.
Call them. Direct this call.
This is it. Yep. All right, 7 days.
Okay, let's do the 7 day. You're going to like this because we have temperatures. Oh, Mike's having a problem. There we go.
Oh, good.
Well, look at those temperatures by the end of the 7 day there, Heidi. We're looking at 4 or 5 degrees building into the area next week. We also have some rain coming in for next week. So let the melting commence. That will starting this weekend and all of next week. So here we go. We're going to see the snow disappear. There you go.
Well, okay. I'm ready for the snow to disappear. I don't know about anybody else, but no, I'm ready, so ready. Okay. Yeah. Now we are quite over time, so if you did stay with us this long, thank you so much. We certainly do appreciate our viewing audience. And once again, if you do have people who haven't heard about us, we are the Sioux's only local news show. So please do spread the word, like, follow, share, do all of those things. And tomorrow's Friday.
Yay!
So have a great day, and we'll see you then. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page.